Kinks, tired of waiting for you. Okay, so this just has a few different sections to it. Some pretty basic progressions for you. A little bit of a riff in there too. What I'll do is I'll play through each one up to speed just quickly for you. And afterwards I'll go back through, give you a little more of a walkthrough, some details on how to play it. Before we get into all that, pretty please hit the subscription button, help out the channel. I'd appreciate that. So, I know you're tired of waiting. Let's get to it. Alright, so this intro first guitar, this is going on during the intro and the chorus. The first guitar is just kind of doing this sliding arpeggiation, just back and forth. And essentially it's picking through a G6 chord initially. And how you want to do that, we're going to slide up to the 4th of the G, okay, and then we're going to hit 3B and an open E under it. So be something like, and you can start, arbitrary spot here, like 1st fret, 2nd fret, whatever's easier. I'll just start at the 2nd. Okay, and then we're going to hit the 3B, open E. Okay, and from there, we're just going to go back down basically. 4 on the G, down to the 2, and then we're going to hit 1st fret on the B, and then we're going to fret the 3 on the high E. And this will be like picking through an F add 9. Alright. And essentially all we're going to do is just bounce between those two, back and forth. Alright, and we'll do it about 4 times for the intro and the chorus there. And once you get it up to speed, it should be something like this. Alright, and there's a second guitar going on during the intro and the chorus there. And it's just kind of doing some 5 chords, some power chords here. And it's essentially doing the same thing. We're just kind of sliding up, sliding back down, up to a G, 3rd fret here on the E, 5 and 5 on the A and D. Okay, just that power chord shape. Just sliding up to that from the 1. Alright, now we'll start the measure. And then we're going to hit it there at the G on the 3rd fret again, and then hit it again, slide it back down to the 1. And then we would hit that 1 again at the F, okay, and just repeat that. Okay, so slowly here. Okay, and that's all we're doing, just up, back down, up, back down. All right, so let's get it up to tempo. Verse comes along, gets a little more into some progression here. We're going to start at just a F major chord here, so just bar that 1, 3 and 3 on the A and D, 2 on the G, and this will be a split measure for 2 different chords. Okay, so just hit this for a couple counts. All right, and then we'll finish the measure by coming up hitting a C7, 3 on the A, 5 on the D, 3 on the G, 5 on the B, 3 on the E. Alright, so that'd be the last 2 counts of the measure. And we would just repeat that F to C7 measure 3 times. And you can get as busy with the strumming as you want. You can just hit them each once, or if you want to strum a little more, whichever feels comfortable for you. All right, so go through that measure 3 times, and the 4th measure will be this kind of walking up into the next key here. So it'll be the F, and then we'll hold that a moment, hit it again, bring it up a fret to the F sharp. Okay, so just barring that second, 4 on the A and D, 3 on the G, and that'll lead us into the next part, which is a G, and then from there we go to a D7. Okay, so it's kind of like we're starting here with the F, C, we walk it up, and then we're at the G, D7, which is essentially what we're doing down here, just 2 frets higher. Okay, so let's do that little walk-up measure here. Into the G, okay, bar that 3rd fret, 5 and 5 on the A and D, 4 on the G. All right, and then to our D7, which is just 2 frets higher of that C7. Okay, so 5 on the A, 7 on the D, 5 on the G, 5 on the B, 7 on the B, and 5 on the E. Okay, and we're just going to jump between that G and D7 3 times. All right, and after we get through that 3 times, we're just going to hit the G chord and hold that for the very last measure. And now it'll get us into our next section. Okay, so let's play this whole verse progression up to speed for you. Alright, now we get to this kind of chilled out pre-chorus section. Everything gets a little more, just sparse and chill. Basically, now we're just going to switch to 1 chord per measure. We'll stick with that G chord that we left off of. Just hit it once, let it ring the whole measure. Okay, next measure, be a B minor. Okay, so 2 on the A, 4 on the A and D, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E. Hold that a measure. Alright, go to the F chord, 1 measure. And with this measure here, just before it's out, we're going to want to start at, arbitrary spot here, just 1st fret, that D7 shape. We just want to slide up to that D7 now. Okay, the 5 on the A, 7D, 5G, 7B. We just want to slide up to that. Something like that, okay? You could even start at the 3rd fret if you want. Alright, so we would go through that whole progression, the G, B minor, F, D7, go through that twice. And after we go through that whole thing twice, all we're going to do to finish this is just repeat that F to D7 again. Okay, so all the way up to speed, it sounds something like this. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.